What up, everyone? It's Joe. Thanks for checking in on my videos. If this is the first video that you've ever watched, and you're probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But more than likely, you've seen some of my other videos. So, I honestly could say this is my first sober date that I forgot when I started. I'd have to go back and look at the calendar, but I'm about 2 weeks. I think this Tuesday coming up. Today is Sunday. Well, actually, it's Monday. I'm driving home from Vegas. It's 1:22 in the morning, and I was listening to the WhatsApp. So I don't know you, but if you do watch my videos, Rami, I'm listening to your episode on the Kratom Sobriety podcast, and I'm about into the part where you're talking about checking yourself into a program, and then it kind of reminded me that I haven't checked in with people that say they watch my videos. So anyway, shout out to the WhatsApp group, and I'm telling you, it made my my last fight with this bullshit a lot easier. Sitting in bed, miserable with a headache, chatting with everybody, a lot of, I don't even know. So many of you guys to mention. I just appreciate you guys. But I guess what I'm checking in here real quick, I'm gonna say is that I've gotten my wits about me. Last night was the first night that I slept. I think like 7 hours, which was amazing. So I've gotten everything back pretty much. I can tell there's a little bit of residual health issues from this last bout where I've put on going through the withdrawal is weird. I put on about 10 pounds going through the withdrawals this time because all I wanted to do was eat like shit for a week. And so so tomorrow I start a program that some of you guys might know, called 75 Hard. I just need to commit to it. This time's gonna suck. It's probably gonna remind me a lot about the first time I did 75 Hard. That was back in 2020, and I ended up losing like 60 pounds. I was a lot heavier than I am now, but it sucked. I was about day 40 in when I finally started, feeling good. Anyways, I'm just checking in to let y'all know that it's a lot better. There's no fucking way that I'm drinking these fucking feel-frees again. There's just no way. I said it last time, and then something snapped. I stared the devil in the eyes, and the devil definitely won, but like I'm just angry this time. Which kind of leads me to the point of this video, is that we've started something, on my end of the table here. We started a little something, a little movement of our own called Finally Free, and it's myself, a few people. If you're watching this, I think I've spoke with some of you. I know the one person that I think the first person I talked to about this was probably in the WhatsApp group is Becca. In the WhatsApp group, we talked a little bit, and then since then I've talked to Brogan and Ryan, and I think I even talked to Meredith, and there's been a large group, and then there's been some personal friends of mine, and outside of the WhatsApp group, some employees of mine at a Wolves Den Kava, educating people and whatnot, so to find out what's going on and kind of see some updates on some the beginnings of a lawsuit, also the beginnings of a potential start of a podcast that specifically talks about helping people wing off of this shit. But you can find us at Instagram at Finally Free Group. That's Finally Free Group, one word. And I encourage people to follow that page if you're on Instagram. If not, just tap in with me here in the comments. I'm trying to check them as often as possible. And I just appreciate everybody that's helped me through this shit. I appreciate the people that's reached out to me that I'm helping now. I think it's 3 or 4 people that I'm texting somewhat regularly at a time right now. And And you know, we can get through this shit. Like, it's horrible. It fucking sucks. The idea and that little voice in your head that tells you that you can do it tomorrow. Just go have a feel free right now. You just need one more. You just need one more to get your mind right. It's like your mind's never gonna be right. This shit has got like some tricks that come with them. You know what I mean? These things, it's amazing how much these things get a grip of you, you know? And so, you know, I'd say that, you know, if you're thinking about quitting, you know, the tapering off is, I don't believe that anybody should taper off of these things using them. I think tapering off by using some powder, you know, what helped me a lot this last time is I didn't just go to cold turkey this last time. You know, I got some powder prepared, and I was doing, you know, my eight sacred mushroom blend of mushrooms from Amazon. I was doing some cacao. I was doing some sea moss, and then I had started 3 or 4 times a day. I was putting a gram of red kratom in this and mixing it up, and I was doing that 3 or 4 times a day. And then I started eventually, you know, I think about 4 or 5 days in, I started slowly tapering that gram down to where it was just like a scoop in there, just a little bit, a capsule's worth, you know, 1/8 of a gram, half a gram. And then I was finally able to just wing myself off of everything, and things started working right. You know, I can't even say right now that I'm completely, you know, kratomless, because I had some white kratom this morning. But it was one of those situations where, for some reason, my anxiety was a little high, and I know this is going to be triggering to some people, but you know, coffee is like fucking with me ever since I went through this last withdrawals. So I've always like replaced coffee some days with kratom, and so I had about a half a gram of white kratom in some water over some ice this morning. But for the 4.5 years that I was drinking, 3.5 years I was drinking kratom, you know, 3 to 4 grams a day, I was never doing it to feel anything or to get off of anything. I was never really fucking with kratom, you know, because I was, you know, trying to feel something. I was doing it, I really was doing it as like a supplement for energy and anxiety. Now, am I going to continue doing that? Fuck no. Like, even today, I don't even consider it a moment of weakness. I did it because, you know, and I'm not trying to justify anything. I did it because I needed something with energy. I didn't necessarily know which direction to go, you know, as far as what to take. And so, you know, you know, I wasn't going to spend the time on the internet today on a busy morning trying to figure out what to take in the place of coffee. I knew white kratom would work. I took it. Don't feel necessarily bad about it, even though I feel like I'm justifying it right now. Anyways, it didn't trigger me to where I wanted to go have a feel free, you know. You know, just throwing it out there just to extend this video and ramble a little bit, I guess. But a lot of love for everyone. Seriously, I know that's a thing to say, is like a lot of love, you know, blah blah blah, but you know, I really do have a lot of love for the people that watch these videos and that have been chiming in, reaching out to me. And the WhatsApp group, fucking amazing. The only thing that scares me about that group is 2 things. It's like, 1, I don't want to ever get too busy to be checking in with that group. That group helped me big time when I needed it, like a couple weeks ago, and still need it really. And I know people in that group need me, and they need people like me that's now gone through the shit. The second thing that scares me is that there's so many damn people in that group where it's like every time I jump in there, I feel like I'm reintroducing myself to everyone. So I almost feel like the WhatsApp group almost needs to, you know, become like some sort of other group on another platform. So I'm gonna look into that. That's gonna be my contribution to the group. You know, use my creative director to kind of maybe develop an interface-friendly group blog type deal that's secure for everyone. I don't know what that would be. I don't know that shit. That's why I got smart people working for me, so I don't have to be smart in those areas. But anyways, love y'all. Thanks for checking in. I'll try to do this as often as possible. If you're struggling, reach out, please. At Finally Free Group on Instagram. at Finally Free Group on the IG. Thanks, guys.